But I want you to go in circles. Like, go all the way, like, draw a circle around him with your character model. Okay, this is perfect. Yeah, max range. Yeah. Okay, and then once you get to the dragon pit opening, just do back and forth, do left and right. Like, right click up and then right click down. Don't do both, just pick one. So go, like, pick one side to go to and then auto. Yeah, like that. And so then do back and forth. So right click, so auto the thing, go to your left, auto the thing, go to your right. There you go. This is what every team fight you ever play should look like.
And with Jin, something like this.
You can kind of do this with Jin. It's just obviously in different intervals.
Yeah, I mean Jin moves different.
He does.
He gets attacks. He gets speed and attack speed from.
But the main idea is the same. You should be considering your positioning when you're doing it. All right, now randomly weave in an EQ auto. You didn't get that. Did you Q off? That was weird. So you can press E and Q at the same time. You press E and then Q, and then the Q comes off from wherever you E'd from. So press EQ right after each other, and then you can A click to hit your auto. Yeah, that's good. That's like a really good combo.
Should I Q first, then E?
Well, like... You're supposed... Okay, whenever someone's trapped, you're supposed to Q them first. I watched a video like literally a week ago where Saber was like, the first thing you should do is Q whenever someone gets trapped, because nothing combos. If you auto Q, they'll get run out of the trap. But if you want the Q to be guaranteed, you need a Q, auto E, auto R. Yeah, exactly. So when you were defending, remember whenever the set and the Twitch came over to you while you were at your inhib?
Yeah.
So we were talking about your traps, and so I think you did traps like this. You put a trap here, here, and like here. It was something like this. Yeah. And so none of these are effective.
I just put it in front of Twitch. I should make a wall.
Right. There is a... Okay, you could make a wall, but that's more of like a setup thing. Like normally whenever people are like setting up, they'll do like this. And then that'll force people to walk in like this, and you can kind of hit people with stuff really easily. But whenever you're kind of using combat traps, and I'm not the expert on this, but one of the things you need to consider in this situation is where you're moving to and walls. So currently, okay, so your trap has a tiny little hitbox, and you almost can never hit them unless you like predict someone's movement. All right, come on, Epic Pen.
Yeah.
All right, so what you need to start thinking about whenever you put traps down, and this is actually true for Jin as well. Terrain has this little hitbox around it that you can't go around. And so what you want to do is put your trap in a way that actually kind of extends the terrain. And so if I do that, if I put my trap right here, this now... I moved my drawing. This now has created a further wall. If you put it like right here, you've now kind of extended the terrain. So now instead of it just being this little circle, it's actually kind of this weird oblong wall. And so this gives you better areas to kite around. And so if you had this right here, let's say you just kind of put one, you know, a couple of them next to this thing. Now you've got a wall that you can kite around like this. And Jin is no different. If you do it like that, you put up your little thing. Now you've got a little bit of a wall. Now they're going to walk this way, and when you do that, you pivot to your right click. So you see how both of these things are kind of like connecting together, setting down your traps, giving yourself some area to kite around, and also being able to kite like this is so powerful. This is why AD carries are so broken, because you just, if you can't get hit, you just kill everyone.
Yeah.
And so even with Jin is the same way, but instead with Jin, you'd probably want to put a trap, like, in this situation, if I were Jin, I'd put it, like, right in front of me. Because it doesn't really CC people, you're kind of just using it as a kiting mechanism. Kind of, if they're chasing after you, you'd rather have it right next to you so you have something to kite around, so that way whenever they actually do start kind of, like, pressing up on you, you can kind of walk away. And then with Caitlyn, it, you know... I guess, well, with Jin, you would auto W, and then when they're rooted, maybe put a trap right in front of them, and then start playing around the trap, whichever way they go. With Caitlyn, it's kind of the same thing, but you can... Caitlyn has a cheater button. She can just kind of go trap into E, and then they're stuck. Or I think you can even do it the other way around. I'm not sure. Yeah, like, oh, wow, that's broken. Wait, Caitlyn's broken. Did you see that?
Yeah, you can.
You can do a trap while... Can you do a trap while you're flying in air? Oh my god, that's so broken. Yeah, anyways, that's just all about kiting. Like, this isn't really character specific. Like, even Ashe, like, you're auto-attacking, you W volley, and then you just use that slow to kite. If this character was a Kassadin, then really you just want to put your trap right here and play back, and then the second he looks to R in this spot, you actually start walking back over it. That way he can't land his W on you. So it does change based on what champion you're going against. And then obviously if you're playing against like fucking Malphite, then you can put the trap down right there, but you know eventually you're gonna have to flash something, so.
Yeah.
But that's like basic kiting 101. And if you can learn to use your traps to give yourself like an area to kite around, oh my god, you're just gonna win so many fights for free.